And welcome back, fiends. And today I'm going to be talking about my history with the PSP. And I know in one of my previous videos I talked about my history briefly with the PSP, but I want to get more in depth with it in this video. So the first time I saw a PSP in person, I was living on a street called Wyman Street, and my friend Jorge down the street, he had got the PSP. And I'd seen it in magazines, but seeing it in person was a completely different story. I remember my friend Jorge coming to my house after school. He rang my doorbell and said, "Yo, Al, I got something to show you." And I was like, "Word, what is it?" He said, "Just come down and I'll show you." I was like, "All right." So I came downstairs and there it was. It was the Sony PSP. And my friend just, casually handed me the PSP, like, "Here you go." And I took it and I was like, "Wow, this is amazing." And I said, "Where did you get it?" And Jorge told me, "There's a laundromat near our house that this guy, he gets stuff and he sells it there." And I was like, "Wow, could you take me?" And he said, "Sure." But let me rewind it a little bit. The games that he had with the PSP were NFL Street 2, I forgot the name of it, and he had Tony Hawk's Underground. And he showed me the graphics and everything, and I was just blown away. I was like, "Wow, this is like literally a PS2 in your hands." And he was like, "I know, right?" But I was just messing around with the menu, it was cool, because before this, the only thing that I had was a Nintendo DS and a Game Boy Advance. But with this, there was like, you could change the color of the background, you could put music on it. He had a couple of songs on there, and he had a movie. I don't remember the movie, but I was like, "Wow, this thing is like legit." I'm like, "How much did you pay for it?" He told me he paid, I think, like $400 for everything, maybe $450, one of those two, I'm not sure. However, that's not when I got my PSP. I got my PSP probably a year later, and that's another story I'm going to tell in this video. And the way that I got my PSP was I went on Craigslist, and I was searching on Craigslist for a PSP, and I couldn't find any PSPs for a good price. So it was like just the system and maybe a couple of games for almost like $100 more than I was supposed to be getting, because it was so popular at the time. However, eventually I found one on Craigslist, but it was somewhere far that I had never been before. And, I didn't have a license. I was only probably like, I should have had a license, but I was a teenager. I was probably like 17. Should have had my car, but I didn't. So I talked to the guy, and he was willing to give me, I think, like 5 games and the PSP for $400. And I was like, "Wow, that's an amazing deal." I had wrote to him and asked him why for so cheap. And he said, "Oh, he's had a surgery and he wouldn't be able to use it." I was like, "Oh, okay." I was skeptical. I was scared. I was thinking, wow, if I go this far, this guy's probably going to try to rob me. Or maybe even kill me. I don't know. So I hit my boy up, Tony, and I asked him, I was like, "Yo, can you do me a favor? Can you come with me to this place that I've never been to? And just, if something happens, help me out, just in case I gotta, do whatever." He said, "Sure, I got your back." So my boy Tony and me, we went to somewhere in South Station, and we took this train, or it was a bus, some type of bus. It was far. It was about like a half an hour, not far, but a half an hour drive. So when we get there, but as we're getting there, I tell Tony about the deal and everything, and we're like, "Yo, if this guy tries anything funny, we fucking him up." He's like, "Yeah, ain't nobody fuck with you, man." And I was like, "Well, yo, you're good peoples. I'm so glad you came with me." He's like, "Yo, I got your back, I got your back." And Tony, I know I thought thank you before, but I just want to thank you in this video. Thank you for that day that you came with me. It was a great adventure, but it just means a lot to me that you came with me to, have my back. So when we get there, I ring the guy's doorbell, and a woman comes up, his wife. I was like, okay, so he's a family man. Or maybe not, he just has a wife. I don't know. She lets us in, and crazy as shit. This guy was in a chair. he had 2 casts, and he had casts on his legs, and just a whole bunch of other shit. I was like, wow, this guy like must have really got into some type of bad accident or something. I didn't ask him what happened. But he pointed to me, he said, hey, the PSP's over there and everything. He's like, you got the cash? I put the cash on the table and told me everything worked, everything was fine. I tested it, everything was working fine. I told the guy, thank you so much, and I hope you get better with everything that's wrong with you, and I hope you recover soon. He said, thanks, man. I mean, the games I remember that I got with it were Burnout, Silent Hill Origins, what was the other game? Tekken, I forgot which Tekken I had. Darkstalkers. There was one more game, I can't remember the last game, but and they all had the boxes too. So a PSP, 5 games, and there was a memory card in there for $400. I think the PSP itself back then was $400. I don't know. I guess this guy was maybe wealthy, didn't really care if he lost money or not. But that's how I got my PSP. It was crazy, I was scared. It was an adventure. I didn't know what was gonna happen. My friend Tony came, and when we were on the bus, he played it, and he was like, wow, the Silent Hill game looks like amazing. I was like, it does. It looks just like a PS2 game. And yeah, that's my history with the PSP, There it goes. I had it before, and then I had to sell it, due to paying bills and stuff like that. I know everybody's had to do that for some of their things back in the day. But now that I have a job and everything, I don't have to be selling stuff like that anymore. And if I do, it's whatever, because like, these things are fun, but it's not what life is all about. They can always be replaced. They're just a hobby for me. I love games and everything, but this isn't my life, It's just for fun. But yeah, this PSP has brought a lot of great memories. And let me just tell a little story after I got the PSP. And shortly after I got my PSP, my boy Tony got his PSP, and we were in a construction internship. He already knew some stuff about construction, I didn't. And we had met some friends there, and they were always seeing me and Tony play PSP. So then a couple of the guys bought PSPs too. And during lunch break, we would all play Tekken. But Tekken had this really cool feature where if one person had the game, that's all you needed. You could just do like some type of download play. And great lunch times with that. We played Tekken all the time. And then everybody was like, wow, this game is cool. And then we all ended up buying Mortal Kombat. I think it's what was it, Mortal Kombat Unchained or something like that. And we also had a lot of fun with that. And yeah, the PSP was great during those years. And I have a lot to thank for this PSP. This PSP, it made us get more friends, and we just had some great memories with it. Without the PSP, we probably would still have been friends with some of the people in construction, but it just made our bond and friendships a little closer. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys still like the PSP? Have you ever played one? Do you have one now? And what are your memories with the PSP? I'd love to hear these type of answers, and or just write them in the comments. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video there, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.